Today's hip flow, we're going to work on hip flexion. So that's like, think about like bringing your knee up or bringing your leg up. So we're going to be strengthening your hip flexor. We're also going to be doing some hamstring stuff because your hamstrings are super tight. We're not going to be able to lift our leg up or if we're laying on our back, bring our leg back as far. So we'll be working some hammies and we'll be working some hip flexor. First thing we're going to do is we're going to start off with a 2-minute hamstring stretch. All right, so clock is running. We got 2 minutes here. Kneeling on a pillow, whatever your comfort level is. If you want to kneel on something, but we're trying to get a stretch on our right hamstring. So our right leg's out in front, our right knee is locked. Got a nice stretch on the hamstring, and I'm just hanging out. If you're a little more mobile, a little more flexible than me, you might be able to get your hands down to the ground. Right now, I'm feeling a good stretch right here. We're 36 seconds in, minute 24 to go. What we're going to do, if you've done any of these videos before, we're going to do the Pails Rail series. We got 1 rep of it, so what's going to happen is we're going to start pushing isometrically into the ground. My torso angle, I'm going to stay nice and tall, my spine's going to be nice and straight. I'm going to be pushing down, my right heel is going to drive to the ground. And we're going to ramp up in intensity like turning a dial. So we're going to start off at 20% here in about a minute. And we're going to slowly build up to 100% effort. So we'll actually be working the hamstring here. So we're going to be driving down as hard as we can, slowly building to the 100. We'll have 10 seconds at that 100%. And then we're going to flip it. And I want you to think about trying to pull your foot off of the ground while keeping the spine nice and straight, chest nice and tall and proud, and trying to actively pull with the hip flexor and quad and trying to pull your chest further forward, decreasing this angle of torso to quad. All right, so that will actually be working the front of your leg here, and we'll be trying to pull yourself into a deeper stretch while maintaining a good spinal angle. I don't want you just to round over here. We got 10 seconds before we start. Hope all is well, by the way. 5 seconds, we'll start the pushing down into the floor with the back of the leg, and 20% effort pushing downwards. Feel free to have things to your side in the future for balance if your balance sucks. 40% pushing down a little bit harder, spine is straight. 60, should feel this in your hamstring, you might feel it in your left quad as well from stabilizing. 80, pushing down even harder. Big breath in, 100%, as hard as you can, drive through the floor. Push down as hard as you can, halfway, 5, chest is tall, 3, 2, now try to lift up. Pull with the hip flexor. Try to get your foot off the ground, keep pulling up, and relax. 30 seconds here. Relaxing into our stretch. Hopefully maybe we can get that chest a little bit further forward now after that. If it's uncomfortable in the back of your foot when we do leg 2, feel free to put like a pad if you got a hard surface that you're working on, or put your shoe on. Don't allow pain of the back of the foot pushing into the ground to decrease the amount of effort you're putting into that isometric ramping. All right, that's our 30 seconds. We're now going to get into a straddle position. So we're still working right leg. All right, keep your block or a shoe somewhere nearby. I forgot to mention that, but you will need some sort of object at some point. So we're in the straddle position here. Right hamstring is going to be ideally in a little bit of stretch. Spine is nice and tall, our torso is nice and upright. We're going to do lift off here. All right, so we got 5 lift offs. And we're going to hold each lift off for a 5 count. So what we're going to do is keeping our knees straight, big breath in. We're going to lift our right leg up off the ground as tall as we can. Ready? Big breath. Lift. I got the clock going. Slowly on the way down. We got 4 to go. Big breath in. As high as you can lift it, as high as you can. Hold. Slowly bring it down. Big breath in. Hold, 5-second hold. Slowly on down. Big breath in. Slow on down, one more time. Last rep, let's get a couple bonus seconds. Big breath, lift, don't lean back. Do not lean back. Lift with the quad and the hip flexor. Keep holding, keep holding. Slowly on down. All right, nothing relaxing about this. All right, block, shoe, textbook, object, whatever, place it down. Blocks are nice, different heights, depending on your abilities. We're gonna do hovers. We're gonna lift it up, we're gonna slowly bring it over, slowly bring it on down, up, over, back, that's 1. We got 5, giving yourself a second to rest. Again, try to stay nice and tall, try not to lean back. All right, do not lean back, try not to lean to the side. You wanna make it a little more challenging, bring your arms out to the side, decrease the amount of stability you have. Ready? Up, slowly over, slowly down, right away. We got 5. 2 down. Do your best not to lean back. There's our 5 hovers. All right, next thing we have, so we're gonna be doing a little bit of circles. All right, so we're gonna go 5 circles in each direction. Stand in our straddle position, so working that right leg nice and tall. We're gonna lift it up, and we're gonna make it nice and slow, starting clockwise. Lift it up, point the toe away. On your own, nice and slow. Slower is better. Try not to lean back, do your best to stay upright. When you got your 5 clockwise, change it right up to the counter. Keep your leg locked, knee is straight. Ooh. Cramping, normal. At least the first time you do this. Same thing. We're gonna do the same thing on the next leg, and then we'll end with one little added flow thing. So again, if you need a pad for the back, damn, feeling that, I'll tell you what. All right, 2 minutes, find that stretch. We're hanging out. There we go, clock. Where are you at? There we go. Left hamstring is on stretch. Same exact series coming up on the left leg. Did a little 8x8 front squat today. Quads are feeling it. This would have been much better as a warm-up than a cool down, but what are you gonna do? Toe pointed to the sky, left leg straight. Just relax, nasal breathe. Think about breathing into your belly. Nice inhale through the nose, nice exhale out through the nose. 1 minute left on the clock of this enjoyable static stretch. Whenever we're stretching, is passive stretching, static stretching. We want to do that nasal breathing. Nasal breathing is much more parasympathetic. You get that rest and relax, rest and digest, whatever the hell they say. Mouth breathing, more of that fight or flight, stressful things. We want to avoid mouth breathing unless we're doing super high intense activities. Don't be a mouth breather. I'm going to probably say this in every video. Mouth breathing, pretty scummy. 15 seconds, we start. If you feel like you're going to fall over, you really should hold on to something if that pillow or pad is keeping you on balance. Ready? 20%, push down. Working the hamstring here. Hamstring's on stretch, and we're strengthening it. 40. 60. Just feel a little bit of a stretch now. 80. 100, greatest, safest effort, push straight down. Hamstring, push down. Crush the ground with your foot. 5 more seconds. 2, lift up. Try to lift up. Think of your back of your foot as on a scale. Make the scale as light as you can. 5 more seconds. Keep pulling up. Mine's not leaving, but I'm trying. Relax. 30 seconds. Got it. All right. Ooh. 15 more seconds. Going into the straddle position here in 5 seconds. Do those lift-offs, hovers, and circles. Here we go. Left leg out in front. Keep that block nearby. Working that left hip flexor and quad. Nice and tall. Big air in. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. Big air. Slow on the way down. Big breath in. As high as you can get it. Keep trying to get every rep a little bit higher. 2 more to go. Air in. As high as you can lift without leaning your torso back. Last rep. Bonus time on this one. Big air. Lift. Oh, look at that. I'm improving. Keep holding. 3. Slow on the way down. Quick little break. Quick little break here. Going to the hovers next. Up and over that block. Ready? 5, there and back, slow. 1 mile per hour movement on your own. Higher the object, harder it's going to be. If you can, bring your arms out to the side. Don't lean back. Should be about halfway there. Little break. Whenever you're done, take 15. You got the circles next. 5 each direction. Lift and circle. 5 clockwise, 5 counter. All right, one more thing to do. Do a little hip flow action. So let's get into a butterfly position. Butterfly stretch for the groin. Now we're going to start with the right leg. You're going to lift the foot up as high. This is all slow-mo, slow as you can. Lift it up. Reach it out. Don't touch the ground. A couple inches off the ground. Bring the knee towards your right elbow. Lean a little bit to your left. Bring it around. We're going to a 90-90 sit. You can place it down for a second. Elbow or knee to elbow. Lift it. Bring the knee towards your elbow. Bring it out to the straddle. Bring it back to the butterfly. 1 down. Same thing. Still keeping the right leg. Into the straddle. Bring your knee towards your armpit. Loop it around for that 90-90 quick drop. Knee towards the elbow. Try not to touch the ground with your hands. There's little amount of foot touches to the ground. If you don't need to, don't even bother touching the ground ever. Rep 3. We got 5 here. Rep 4 is coming up for me. Same thing on the left, and we're done. 5. All right, same thing. Nice and slow, lock the knee, don't touch the ground. Bring that knee towards the armpit, lean a little to your right, swing it around as far back as you can. Knee always to the elbow for the 90-90 transitions. Three down. And 5. All right, so hey, this is just like the only thing you're doing. 2 rounds of this would be great. 2 straight rounds. Obviously, if you're training pre or post this or adding this into one of your training days, maybe 1 round's all you need.